this is very important, living with vitiligo, because I see a lot of Facebook pages, I am member of lot of vitiligo groups, but I am little bit worried about the negativity there. Recently I got a patient from Vancouver, child suffering from small vitiligo patches over the fingers, and her mother is thinking of committing suicide because of going through all those negative like posts about vitiligo. She has a stable vitiligo for long, almost 2 years, and they are spending like anything to get rid of that. I told, don't overdo it. Look, she has very limited disease, and if she last 2 years she didn't get more vitiligo. So, the chances are very less, because in vitiligo you have to understand one thing, the body fights, body keeps on fighting, whether you take treatment or not, body fights to normalize, because it tends to normalize vitiligo. If early stages, the chances are more, because sometimes it is said in India that vitiligo is self limiting disorder. You don't, even if you don't take treatment, it might repigment one day. It happens in some patients. So, you cannot generalize the agony. If I am suffering from vitiligo, I have some problem, the other patient need not suffer like that, because there are kind of vitiligo, there are types of vitiligo, they might be having hidden patches, they might be having segmental vitigos. The patient with segmental vitiligo need not suffer the trauma of generalized vitiligo. There is one thing called triage in medical practice, in emergency practice, where you group the patient with their severity and attend according to that their severity. So, we have to have a triage in vitiligo. You group vitiligo patient according to their type, severity, stage, you treat them. If I am not saying that a vitiligo treatment is effective in every patient. There are patients like who is like by choice, who don't want a treatment, why to force them? They are fine with their vitiligo, I don't prefer to force them. I get lot of Indian Americans who are like born and brought up here, coming to me, their parents are like forcing for the treatment, but the child is comfortable with that. So, I advise like he is comfortable, why to force? So, if it is by choice, definitely they should be encouraged, and if they have extensive vitiligo, especially if they tried all sort of treatment or no treatment, it is extensive and the fighting part cannot work there, definitely we should give support to live with vitiligo. Then if they are comfortable with vitiligo and they are not actually affected, means they might be having patches, but they are not affected by it. So, why to like take medicine? So, they can live with that, but I am not expert in that. US has lot of vitiligo support groups. In India, unfortunately, we don't have support groups, even we have, it is like bits and pieces, but in US very good support group basis is there, and Natasha is working on vitiligo bond, which is also very like coming up like anything. So, these kind of patient you can give support, but at the expense of like somebody has this kind of vitiligo, we cannot expect the other patient who can have vitiligo which is treatable, like the patients we treated other day, like their suffering is they still have more suffering, because they have patch over face. So, person who is having extensive patch over the trunk and it is covered, he may not be having any problem, but a small patch over face, it gives lot of problem. The severity is not decided by the extent of vitiligo, it is decided by where it is located. Then living with vitiligo should not be due to lack of awareness about the effective treatment. So, we have to like as I said to Natasha other day, we have to spread the awareness ki the effective treatment can happen, and there is a generalized assumption even in India that vitiligo cannot be treated. I am not telling that every vitiligo is treated, but majority of vitiligo patient can be treated with kind of like facilities we have got now. But somebody is asking for cure, like this is the one thing, like I forgot to add the cure thing. Look, how many diseases we have got cure so far? How many diseases? I don't know, means I mean like medical practice since last 15 years. I don't know, we had thought maybe there are 26 diseases which we can have cure. All other diseases like this is just you are out of it and you maintain it. Even the common flu, you are not cured by common flu, you just passed, you had recovered from one episode, you might get common flu again with other virus. So, it is not cure. So, the most of patient coming to me, whether it is curable, whether if you write it in document that I cure the disease, then only I go for treatment. How many diseases have got cure? No. Diabetes, hypertension, thyroid problem, no, they do not have cure. So, the cure psychosis has to be removed. Get rid of it, maintain it. Even in diabetes, you control your sugars with lifestyle, treatment will decrease, will be minimal. It is you who can cure it, not the treatment or doctor can cure it. Even in vitiligo, it is you. The sufferer can cure it, not the doctor. So, if you follow instruction, follow a certain lifestyle, you will cure it.